Ya, sama kayak paddle. I genuinely hate paddle.
Okay.
I hope the whole industry bankrupts gitu.
Okay.
Cause it's just trash gitu. Bro, play tennis bro. If you're good, play tennis. Gak usah sosok paddle lu banggain kan. No. This woman is obviously, she just does this for maybe the side hobby.
That's not true.
So you want to be an influencer?
Bukan saya influencer, I'm trying to build a media company. I have a media company. Look at my employees. Maksudnya hobi gue bayar mereka. It's not hobby, obviously.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like it doesn't make or break you.
But,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like Big Mo itu bukan ya.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? For the beginning, maka namanya Everest Media, bukan Everest Media karena gue bukan PD juga gitu. Me as
Okay.
Sekarang ini content creator banyak macamnya ya. Ada contohnya influencer, ada yang nge-post, ada yang of course do reels, ada yang namanya TikTok Shop juga. Tapi juga ada namanya yang baru live streaming. Well, not baru sih, tapi yang benar-benar sangat di follow oleh orang, the live streamer. Dan of course today kita ada Big Mo in the house.
Thank you.
Itu adalah seorang live streamer, benar ya, Mo ya?
Yes, streaming is gonna be the best, the biggest.
It's already kind of big ya.
Yeah, because it's the rawest gitu.
Yeah.
You can't. People could really see through you.
Kamu mulai dari mana awalnya? Maksudnya karir ini?
Awalnya mulai apapun sih. Jadi awalnya setahun pertama tuh bikin TikTok.
Maksudnya TikTok video-video biasa aja?
Iya, bikin TikTok, nge-review buang sampah, nge-review apapun dikontenin. Terus gak laku nih. Terus aku muterin otak aku, apa ya, what more can I do? Terus I just turned on the live button. And then, the rest is history, I guess.
Oke, apa sih perbedaan paling besar antara bikin video TikTok ataupun Instagram di YouTube sama live streaming?
Live streaming tuh ini kayak podcast, tapi podcast kan you can edit it a certain way where like you could seem to be smart gitu kan. You could portray yourself as like articulate, tapi kan bisa diedit. Sama kayak video TikTok tuh cuma semenit doang, the difficulty itu zero gitu. Jadi I don't really respect TikTokers, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Like sedangkan streaming, you gotta sit there for 2 hours unedited. People could see your gimmicks, people could see your kalau lu sosok ganteng atau sok keren, sok pinter, they could see right through you. Jadi it's the paling authentic aja sih, paling raw.
Dan saya perhatiin sekarang memang generation alpha ya. Anak saya kan generation alpha by the way. Mereka memang sekarang lebih suka yang unfilter, nggak yang terlalu kayak zaman dulu. Mungkin zaman saya itu, zaman milenial lebih yang kayaknya suka semua di filter, pretty. Kayaknya benar mau the real you ya.
Yeah, people crave authenticity sih sekarang. Karena TV gitu-gitu sekarang semuanya udah di set up, gimmicknya, talking points, ada what not to say, what to say. Jadi in streaming seenggaknya they could trust my opinion gitu.
Kamu seorang introvert atau extrovert ya?
I'm a extrovert sih.
Extrovert ya?
I'm a extrovert.
So saya perhatiin banyak content creators, including live streamer, ternyata in real life-nya introvert.
I know, but I find it weird. I feel like you're missing out on so much. Kalau kamu pemalu tuh, I feel like you're missing out on so much in life.
Why?
Cause it's like, what is there to lose? You know, in 5 years nggak ada yang lupa. Kalau aduh cringe deh gue waktu itu kenalan sama nih orang. Emang kenapa? Ntar kalau kita in 5 years juga no one cares.
That's true.
You know, say hi, talk to that person, make that connection. I just feel like it's nothing to lose aja.
Tapi kan introvert extrovert bukan masalah shy ya, karena memang they get the energy from themselves, not necessarily from people, but you get the energy from other people, from connecting with other people.
Yes.
Kenapa? I know your age kan berapa ya?
I'm 23.
23.
Yes.
Kamu kuliah?
I dropped out.
Oh, from where?
I dropped out dari Unsut, Purwokerto.
Okay.
I dropped out to chase my career.
Okay, and it's a good career.
It is a good career, but I feel like it's my calling though.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel
why is it your calling to become a influencer?
It's just like everything that's happened in my life. Like I grew up in America kan. Jadi I grew up in America tuh God wanted me to like adapt to like certain cultures, see the world, ngomong bahasa Inggris, dapat perspektif baru. And then I came back here and my dad wasn't like wealthy. Tapi kayak he was doing fine, and then he got arrested gitu kan. He got arrested, and then I had to learn what life is like jadi miskin gitu. Okay. And then I had to take the heartbreaks, and then take the shame, take the embarrassment, and then I have to build my own work ethic, and then I have to not think about being shy or not, extrovert, introvert, and then I just have to do it gitu. Now I'm at this point, it's like I feel like I'm just born to do this.
Jadi kamu prioritas pewaris.
Perintis sih, definitely perintis.
Perintis. Tadi kamu itu loh dihujat loh, kamu bilang kamu perintis kan dihujat loh.
I'm used to it.
Okay, let's talk about that. Kamu kata tadi kamu even before this you said, oh you're public enemy number 1.
Yeah.
Karena kamu suka apa ya? What's the word? Bukan attack ya? Apa ya? What's the word ya?
I'm very unfiltered gitu loh.
Tapi kan maksudnya gini, unfiltered kan ada aja orang nggak harus attack. Maksudnya emang orang itu tidak tipe yang harus attack orang unfiltered. Jadi your unfiltered version adalah orang yang attack orang?
No, I'm very critical aja. Jadi
be honest, you're honest, brutally honest.
I'm brutally honest. There's so many influencers, TikTokers that their content is trash. They have no influence gitu loh ya. In Indonesia kan yang penting FYP, angka, followers. I think the statistics doesn't matter.
Okay.
Aku nge-live dari viewer 10 sampai misalnya 15,000 tuh I've never turned on the viewer count. Yeah, I don't even know how many people are watching.
You don't care as long as you just being yourself.
No, I'm just in love with the craft, and that's what's missing. Gitu. So I'm gonna call you out when you make a 60-second video and I see 5 cuts in a 60-second video, bro, go finish uni. Gitu.
Tapi pertanyaan saya gini loh. Tapi algoritmenya all these platforms kan memang terus ngajarin kamu tanya. I mean I've seen those videos yang ngajar tanya. Oh you have to do every 3 seconds harus di cut biar catch people's attention terus begitu kan. So you cannot blame the content creator because they follow the algorithm, no?
But you're selling yourself short. Ini kayak Joe Rogan, he can talk for 3 hours, we'll watch him.
Sure.
He doesn't talk about, okay, now this moment and then I have to deliver this line like this and then I have to do my body language. Mereka cuma kayak gitu karena their personality doesn't sell.
So you think the problem that personality mereka atau
Yes, they have no personality. They have no personality.
Oh no, nggak ada isinya juga.
Nggak ada isinya juga. They haven't lived gitu. And obviously I'm have to say that because I'm way better. You know? Tapi kan Ronaldo masih mikir dirinya Ronaldo gitu kan.
Okay.
Jadi nggak apa-apa.
Alright.
Healthy competition lah.
Jadi menurut kamu siapa sih TikToker yang kamu benar disrespect number 1?
I don't disrespect anyone, okay? Nah, I just don't think you're good gitu lah. I don't think you have any fans. Siapa ya? I don't know any names sih.
Masuk sih.
They don't even show up on my FYP.
Okay.
My FYP is only I don't know any names tapi you could kayaknya TikToker di atas 5 juta followers tuh personality-nya bisa diganti-ganti. Mukanya bisa diganti-ganti and it's still the same person.
Jadi very vanilla ya, very changeable.
They're very hollow.
Okay, alright. So I'm glad I don't have 5 million followers yet.
No. There's no substance gitu.
Alright. By the way, my TikTok lagi kena masalah.
Oh iya, kenapa?
Sama orang dari Arab somehow. But anyways, okay. I'm actually curious. Jadi FYP kamu apa yang muncul di FYP kamu sekarang?
Myself.
Kok FYP kamu, mana ada FYP kan nggak mungkin FYP kamu muncul kamu punya sendiri dong.
Anyone, kalau nggak ada my face, I'm not interested in the video.
Bukan algoritma kan send you something yang ada people punya. Mungkin muncul kamu yang foto sendiri dong.
Enggak kan my clips of me. Kan I have clippers.
Oh, clippers.
Yeah, I have clippers jadi clips of myself.
Really? Jadi
Yes.
your whole FYP was yourself?
That's like Kobe Bryant watching his game. I'm just like, okay, I can do better on this. That's me.
You are watching yourself, bukan karena masukin gila gue ganteng banget gitu, bukan ya. Tapi mau belajarin apa yang kurang, apa yang bisa diimprove.
Yes.
Benar.
Yes.
So you're not NPD?
I think I am though. I low-key I want to be because I feel like that's what it takes gitu loh.
What? Really? Interesting.
Yes,
Kenapa menurut
it's
kamu
like if
begitu?
you see the extraordinary people kayak Kanye West, they're like a bit cuckoo gitu loh. I feel like you need to be a little bit cuckoo though.
Sure, but at the same time juga, misal contoh, did you say Kobe Bryant just now?
Kobe Bryant too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's NPD sih.
Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, I don't think he's
Kobe
NPD.
Bryant definitely, he got a big ego though.
Enggak.
Dia ego lah.
NPD sama punya pride and ego, I think two different things ya. NPD itu another level, you know, right? Yang suka gaslighting, yang suka apa ya, merasa dia tidak bersalah, nggak pernah belajar, merasa dia ada something of a weakness. But you just now said that you want to learn from your own weaknesses to improve, right?
I'm not an NPD. But
you want to be an NPD?
But I don't mind being an NPD.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you want people to love to hate you or hate to love you?
Love to hate me? Ooh, they hate to love me.
They hate to love you.
Yeah, I want to be so good where like people are like, itu orang ngeselin dah gitu. Just cause I'm that good gitu loh.
So this is not a gimmick.
No, I don't.
What you're doing this is not a gimmick like to get engagement and all of this.
I have no gimmicks. This is actually me. Ya, mungkin penyampaiannya kadang-kadang aku lebihin kali 3, kali 4 for entertainment purposes ya. Tapi no gimmicks about this. I don't think about what I have to do.
Okay, because saya perhatiin sekarang ini, saya general ya, content creators ini banyak sekali yang sengaja mau kasih statement yang apa ya, yang over the top or yang mungkin ekstrim, yang sengaja kayak ngerincu biar for the sake of dapetin engagement doang.
I don't.
But you know who I'm talking.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention the names, but you know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? That's different from you.
That is different. But yeah, sama kayak paddle. I genuinely hate paddle.
Okay.
I hope the whole industry bankrupts gitu.
Okay.
Cause it's just trash gitu. Bro, play tennis bro. If you're good, play tennis. Gak usah sosok paddle lu banggain gak no.
Okay.
Tapi that's my own opinion karena I've tried both gitu loh. I don't think about how to go viral. Oh nih hate aja paddle. Enggak.
Okay.
No gimmicks.
Tapi kan ada orang bisa contoh gini, you hate paddle, fine. Nggak semua harus ke paddle kan, bener nggak sih? Tapi ada orang bisa make a statement, a further statement nih buat engagement bilang gini. Orang yang main paddle semuanya bego. Nah, do you make that? Maksudnya ada orang kayak begitu loh.
Yes, I have made
you
that.
do that?
I have made that statement. I'm like orang yang main paddle sama dengan kentang.
Kentang?
Kentang, you don't know? Kentang tuh.
Potatoes?
Yeah, they're like soft.
Okay.
They're not like.
No, potatoes actually very hard.
No.
What potatoes?
No.
Potatoes are bro? Come
potatoes are soft. They're just soft. I've made, tapi not to the extent of bego gitu.
Okay.
I've said soft.
But you know what I mean, right? Ada konten tuh sengaja kayaknya cuma for the sake of engagement. Even we talk about that boy yang tadi saya mention pewaris perintis. Kan I ask this question, lu nggak takut di netizen hujat dia? Dia bilang, gue bikin engagement, gue bikin mereka happy hujat gue. Like people welcome dihujat gitu loh. Apakah sekarang trennya semua konten kita harus to that level? There's no more, don't be a nice person, don't be just, if you're a nice person in real life juga jangan be a nice person. Pokoknya for the sake of, rage bait rage.
If you like put your value in like the numbers and the statistics, I don't even look at my followers gitu. Tapi ya, the pattern I'm starting to notice is like the people who are like the villains in social media, they're like usually the nice ones malah it's the nice ones on social media that are too good to be true. And then I met them, I'm like, oh, you're not that nice gitu. You're not no angel.
Siapa?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't say names anymore.
Kenapa?
Because I'm starting to get big. Terus kayak, it's just a weak point yang nanti orang bisa attack gitu-gitu. I don't want to give them any bullets.
Okay. But people say I'm nice. Jadi berarti in real life I'm not nice berarti according to your theory.
No, you're nice. I feel like with you it's like people look at you and like obviously this girl is not trying to be an influencer gitu lah. This woman is obviously she just does this for maybe this side hobby.
That's not true.
So you want to be an influencer?
Bukan saya influencer, I'm trying to build a media company. I have a media company. Look at my employees, masa ini hobi gue bayar mereka? It's not hobby, obviously.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like it doesn't make or break you.
No, gini, karena saya seorang privilege, yes, it doesn't make or break me. Tapi I also I would correct what you said bahwa ini adalah cuma hobi. That's not true.
So you like actually want to take over the game?
Take in my own goal, yes.
Oh.
Tapi bukan goalnya gini loh, gue mau become influencer contoh seperti I'm gonna be like Big Mo itu bukan ya. You know what I mean? For the beginning, maka namanya Everest Media bukan Everest Media karena gue bukan PD juga gitu loh. Tapi intinya I want to correct that part about me as
Okay.
Nak, tolong nak. Dibetulin nak. But you're right, because I'm privileged, obviously, a lot of things that I do not necessarily make or break me. Okay. But anyway, go back to your point.
That's another thing I want to ask you, see. It's like, cause I'm a man, right? And, wait, that doesn't have anything to do with, that doesn't have anything to do. Gini, once the money game is completed, it's like, how do you find the challenges, you know?
Okay. But challenge is not about the money, right?
Well, I'm still at the point where like, okay, I need to chase the money nih. Tapi kan I know, hopefully I'll get to a point where like, money is not an issue anymore. So like, how do you still have that drive?
Ini kisah gue di-interview sama lo.
Yeah, no, ini genuine question. Ini genuine question.
I think it's like back to the hierarchy Maslow itu ya. Yang basically kan everybody has their own different needs kan. I mean, I'm at this level to be honest yang kayaknya, okay, money bukan necessarily kayaknya, gue gak ada makan besok hari dan lain sebagainya. Tetapi I really, like you mentioned earlier gitu loh, di Indonesia ini sekarang banyak banget trash content.
Trash content. Y'all are so trash.
Right?
Yes.
So much trash content. Dan saya merasa saya dikasih satu privilege platform to be able to say something So I want to use that to be able to influence people in a positive way, according to what I think is positive. Okay, tapi maybe you think it's not positive, I don't know. Kita bisa different opinion. I don't care about that. I don't mind about that. Gitu. Tapi intinya adalah I want to. I know it sounds so cliche, big Mo, tapi I do want to be impactful. I always want to be impactful. But again, you might think, this bullshit, whatever. That's your judgment. It's up to you.
That is the most prestigious pursuit, though, right? Like the pursuit of impact.
Because if you notice people, saya suka ngomong gini loh. I'm sure you've been to funerals, yeah? People who died. Can they never talk about, this person used to be rich, had many followers and stuff like that. They always talk about how this person changed their lives, be nice, be kind, impactful and stuff. So I think that's our legacy, no? End of the day.
But have you ever been like in a bored phase though? It's like, okay,
bored phase?
Ya kayak dunia ini udah tamat gitu. Udah kayak, aduh ngapain ya?
Enggak sih.
No?
Enggak.
Never in your like teenage years, in your like, okay, I can do anything, gitu.
No. Because saya nggak pernah merasa saya entitled. Saya nggak merasa kayaknya, oh my gosh, I have so much money, I can just relax. I never.
So that hunger is always there, like since like.
Soalnya uang itu nggak bisa kita pastikan. I can be rich today in a sense, tomorrow I can be bankrupt, right? It's so easy. Money is like this, and money doesn't belong to us. Money belongs to God. Gak mau ambil kita udah habis kita. Kita bisa lawan Tuhan nggak bisa. So I never take it for granted I have money. To be honest, never. Okay. Nih ya, to be honest nih, sorry saya jadi personal banget jadi ke gue ini. Tapi
I'm learning.
Nggak, gue tuh merasa setiap kali gue tuh bisa kerja, bisa interview, bisa bikin konten, orang nonton konten gue dikasih endorsement apa whatever it is, gue tuh benar-benar merasa bersyukur banget loh. Karena gue tahu bisa besok aja orang gue tiba-tiba dihantam cancel culture whatever it is, gue bisa aja hilang semuanya. So I really appreciate I can work too. I really appreciate it.
So you love the work gitu intinya.
Because it's a privilege to work. Ada orang mau kerja nggak dapat kerjaan kok gue yang nyantai gitu. I just have to make use of my time gitu aja. The one thing I'm scared is being old and not be able to work. But you're so young, you don't care about this type of things, right?
I do care.
But let's talk about the deeper meaning. Because kayaknya nggak tahu ya. Mungkin apakah selama ini kan podcast kan pasti dipanggil orang interview dan lain sebagainya. Pernah nggak sih ngobrol tentang at the end of the day, what is your life purpose? Yes, money is of course a step to get to it. But what is your life purpose actually, Simo?
You know, it's crazy. I thought I was doing this for the money. I thought I didn't even like this. Tapi I'm like, I fell in love with the game.
Okay.
I don't think I was born to be the number one streamer. I just feel like I need to have influence. But I'm gonna influence the youth in the right way though. I mean, no BS gitu, no sugarcoating advice. My purpose, I think, Ini kemarin I talked about this with Timothy gitu. It's like, ada salah satu keadilan di dunia gitu. What's your thoughts on this? Jadi katanya emang in this life there's like natural calling. Jadi semua manusia tuh ada natural callingnya. Salah ketika manusia nggak go towards their natural calling. Jadi sama kayak why nobody can beat Timothy at investing, karena Timothy 24 jam tuh mikirinnya investing. Same thing with me. I think about all the gimmicks I'm gonna do tonight. I think about how I can improve my streams. Do you believe that way? Bahkan ada orang yang emang dilahirin bukan buat jadi raja gitu.
I agree.
You agree?
Yes. Of course, because buat jadi raja siapa jadi slaves-nya?
But isn't that unfair though? It's like,
it is,
I was born.
But you really think life is fair? Until now you realize that life is not fair. You just talk about your parent, your dad went to jail and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You went to zero again. How is life fair?
It is not fair, huh?
Wait, tapi pertanyaan saya begini. Okay, tadi kan bilang kamu on the top of the game, you can number one live streamer, right? In the world, Indonesia. In the world?
In Indonesia.
Indonesia, okay. Okay, so pertanyaan saya gini loh. You already get that goal there. You become live streamer number one Indonesia, right? What is next? Maksudnya, what do you use this for? Itu poin saya.
I'm gonna use this for good influence aja lah. Maksudnya kayak I'm gonna tell the kids to how to improve their life. Aku tuh suka buka kayak jasa konsultasi gitu.
Okay.
Kadang-kadang gratis.
Konsultasi apa ya?
Konsultasi kehidupan.
Okay.
Bro, I have the keys to life besides money because I'm not rich yet gitu.
Okay.
Tapi I can tell you like, mungkin lu kurang di bahasa Inggrisnya gini, atau kurang nge-gym, atau kurang karismatiknya gini, atau the mindset you need when you approach girls tuh mesti kayak gini.
Okay.
Gitu, I feel like I don't know, I just wanna improve.
Terus siapa yang shape your perspective? Maksudnya gini, kan itu kan opinion kamu untuk coach somebody, kamu harus gini. Tapi kan misalnya ada somebody, maybe is it, I don't know, is it your parents? Maybe
No, it's definitely not my parents.
Siapa sih yang kayaknya set your principles then? Maybe that's the question.
The best teachers, the best mentors in life is being poor. And I feel like that's the only answer. Is like, I remember those days I was hungry and then I had to talk to girls to make them laugh for them to buy me meals.
Oh yeah?
And that's the only way I could eat.
Okay.
Or like I have to lobby my friend in a way where he likes me so much, not in a sus way ya, tapi he likes me so much, and then he invites me over to sleep at his house because I have nowhere to sleep. Gitu, those things yang lu nggak bakal tahu itu kecuali lu hungry, duit nol, heartbroken, nobody talks to you, everyone looks down on you, and then you have to think of ways to figure that out. So my mentor is life sih, being broke.
I think that is so. Ini makanya tadi masalah power spiritus bukan masalah joke ya, tapi I think saya juga ngomong pas itu di TikTok sebelum saya kena hack ini TikTok saya bilang bahwa orang yang mau dari nol itu memang ada beda sama orang yang privilege. Mereka ada satu drive, satu gritnya yang ada temu sama orang-orang privilege seperti saya. I admit that, because my dad was like you, starting from nothing on his own. So beda gitu loh. Kita lebih softer, I would say, compared to you guys begitu kan. So if you come from that background, di mana kamu tuh harus fail, harus nothing baru bisa kayak begini. Then what is your advice ya kepada orang-orang yang sudah privilege?
That is true. A lot of my viewers itu karena I speak English. Jadi pasarnya tuh anak inter biasanya, anak pejabat, anak inter, anak orang kaya lah. Mereka juga gini, ya gimana mau masa mereka mesti laparin diri mereka bisa jadi homeless gitu kan, nggak mungkin. Masa gue mesti ninggalin nyokap bokap gue. Terus my challenge is like pick a challenge that you hate. If you hate running, stick to running for 30 days. Now, it's not bukan masalah kurusin badan atau health-nya, tapi waktu lo lagi lari dan momen ketika badan lo udah sih ini capek, ini susah banget, and then you kept going every day tuh you build credibility with yourself. After you doing the thing you hate sih, ini bukan masalah running ya. Misalnya if you hate boxing, go do boxing. After you run, lu duduk habis kayak gue bisa nih, gue ada kok gritnya gitu, gue ada, and then you build that every day.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a very good advice. Jadi
pick your struggle lah.
Pick your struggle, face the fear, and have the discipline to do this ya.
Yes.
Kamu kayaknya gym disiplin ya.
Yes.
Tapi kan teman kamu barusan bilang katanya kalau orang gym itu nggak bisa di CEO. Setuju nggak?
The gym aspect, that is true though. Tapi I've always said that about gym culture in Indonesia juga. People in Indonesia tuh, gym culture in Indonesia, this is their day. You wanna know their day? They wake up, gym, eat protein, and does nothing.
What do you mean that there's nothing?
Jadi they make the gym their whole life. Jadi they're still a bum. They're just a bigger bum.
Tapi uang dari mana? Ke gym kan jangan murah.
Enggak, mereka nge-gym
Uangnya dari mana?
Mereka ngasilin duit cuma cukup buat nge-gym. Nah, kenapa mereka nggak ada hunger buat lebih dari itu ngedominasi dunia? Karena after nge-gym they get the fake dopamine. Nge-gym itu kayak it's like mental masturbation gitu loh. Kayak I've done something productive. All you did was lift weights. You haven't think about how to grow your business. You haven't mungkin lo dengerin podcast atau baca buku belum, atau build a relationship with your mom. It's like bro, all because you do this and then dopamine. I'm productive. What?
Jadi artinya it could also be said the same thing about paddle dong.
Gue
sambing, nah ini ngomong paddle ya boy ya. Gue main paddle by the way. Tapi gue main tenis sekarang, gue cedera, gue main tenis lagi. That's the reason why I have tennis elbow.
Tapi you like tennis better though, right?
I like tennis, cuma gue tuh gak suka satu hal. Itu courtnya soalnya mostly outdoor. Gue sebel banget itu. Ya as a girl kita kan mau jaga kulit, of course. But anyway, pertanyaan gue gini ya mau. Gue kadang suka bingung ya. Kadang-kadang oke lah ada pembukaan, so kadang gue tanya, ini kok paddle bisa full terus? And it's not, if it's girls mungkin kadang gak kerja, ngerti lah ya. Kok bisa, coba banyak banget di paddle jam 1 siang, jam 3 siang, bisa main. I've heard people who are so proud saying they play paddle from morning until ini. Dan ini mostly guys loh, yang productive age. Gue tanya, ini mereka kerja apa sih? Gue pengen tahu apakah mereka crypto bros, have a lot of money, they don't work. Apa sih? Kan paddle gak murah gitu loh.
Biasa udah anak orang kaya sih. Most of my friends. Malah sekarang paddle tuh ada skema dimafiain. Jadi orang rental lapangan paddle sebulan.
Terus?
Abis itu dijualin lagi, di McLaren. I'm like, what is this industry, bro? I hate y'all, bro. I hate every single one of y'all. I hate y'all, bro. Nah, bro, kalian cuma gak bisa main tenis doang gitu. Enggak, gue gak suka.
I actually play badminton last time. I play badminton, I'm good tennis, and then I hurt myself.
Badminton is fun, tapi kayak, I don't know, it's not, tennis is just the hardest.
Then you know what? You would hate pickle then.
Pickleball? I would hate it. Itu the one sport I've never played. Pickleball. I don't know where to play di Jakarta.
Udah banyak bro.
Oh iya.
Makanya sekarang gini ya, lu kalau ada paddle court baru, pasti pengen ada pickle. Now they make it into all inclusive where everything. Jadi bisa capture all the market and everything. Why is it stupid to you?
What else is stupid? I feel like there's so many things yang keresahan aku tentang masyarakat Indonesia tuh banyak banget. Nih, misalnya kayak if I have to think one the top of my head ya. Oh, have you ever noticed? I was on my way here, right? Now my struggle is kayak contohnya I pick my struggle kayak I'll never ride in a go-kart again. Jadi I always ride in Gojek.
Okay.
Because I need that hunger situation kan. Terus I was in the Gojek, I was thinking, ini dari tadi kok yang di jalanan tuh ya, yang rusuh itu selalu cheap cars.
Okay.
Yeah, do you agree with that? I feel like why is it selalu korelasinya tuh nggak mau ngasih jalan, LCGC terus.
Tapi nggak juga tuh yang Fortuner suka bikin masalah Fortuner
ya,
sama
tapi kita on bad apples itu exception lah. Itu exception. Tapi in general nih, if you look at 10 cars like no jalan nggak, gua TW what? Like chill.
Why? Karena mungkin biasa naik apa mungkin dari
mungkin dari motor.
Terus
mereka mikir mau, tapi ya I feel like it's a deeper psychological issue.
Let's go deep, let's go.
Yeah,
explain.
It's like it's the same thing. Me right now in a Gojek and me in the Gojek 2 years ago are very different. Padahal dua-duanya naik Gojek nih.
Okay.
Tapi satu tahu karena satu dirinya beneran miskin, satu naik Gojek itu malu. Sekarang I ride in the Gojek dengan senyum. I enjoy it gitu. I like it. I like Gojek banget. Cepat gitu-gitu karena I know deep down I'm not poor gitu. Sedangkan them they're like I feel like they ride in like my car is so cheap bro gitu loh. Bro I want to ride in a Mercedes gitu. Nah tabrakin aja gitu.
Tapi emang ada konsep demikian ya. Maksudnya gini loh, again this is me not missing it. Kan people suka say Ibu Grace kan bajunya sederhana, simple dan lain sebagainya. Tapi I notice kayaknya mama tidak perlu validasi. Kayak tadi kan bilang Gojek itu kamu sekarang udah punya uang, kamu nggak merasa malu atau ini. Kita juga merasa kita baju biasa kita nggak merasa ada harus validasi pakai baju yang bermerek-merek dan lain sebagainya. I mean, is that the same kind of a?
It is. It's the same thing. It's like if you have that inside validation, that inside security, you don't need the external things.
Okay.
Tapi I'm in that phase though. I'm in that phase where like, bro, low key, I want to wear designer. Gitu. They gotta know when I step in the room. Gitu.
But, wait. But do you think it's important for maksudnya gini, you are a smart guy. I can sense from talking to you, right? And lu kan populer gitu loh. Maksudnya, I mean, you say you don't know the followers, but kan everybody knows your followers. You want to be live stream number, pasti harus banyak followersnya, right? You can flex on that gitu loh. Maksud saya mau, right? Kenapa harus tambahkan itu ada baju merah-merah, ada Prada mana? Itu kan justru kayak downgrade the look nggak sih? Menurut saya gitu loh. Saya feeling kayaknya ngapain harus that part pada kamu sendiri udah ada otaknya gitu loh.
I like having storylines. Now it's not even cool for me to flex that I would be in this podcast with you. People are like, okay, Mo, we get it, stop flexing. And terus I like to build another storyline. Tuh aku sekarang lagi di fase OKB aku. Gitu, I'm OKB and I'm proud.
Tapi sengaja itu.
Itu sengaja. I'll like multiply by 5. I'll bayar reaksi gitu kan.
Sure.
Tapi I just like it. People see the process. Oh, ini lagi di fase OKB-nya. And then a year from now, I'm look at this like, oh dulu gua OKB nih chat lihat.
Okay.
Itu normal, nggak apa-apa. Yang penting lu kerja dulu aja gitu.
Okay.
So,
alright. I mean,
I like it's like viewers watching me itu they were like watching a movie.
Iya, jadi ada
like,
journey.
Ini gimana nih orang nih? Kok seberani ini? Oh, ini orang lagi OKB nih. Oh, ini orang lagi di fase maafin orang gitu.
Jadi menurut kamu orang-orang yang menunjukkan mereka flexing untuk OKB itu is it like you the same mindset atau you think it's not like it's just you who's doing it differently?
It's just I'm doing it different. I don't know. I feel like God blessed me with the wisdom of like I can like see myself from a helicopter view. Tapi the see misal kayak yang flexer gitu di social media itu I kinda sympathize with them.
Kenapa?
Karena biasanya people yang arogan, people that have this like chip on their shoulder, itu waktu mereka miskin, mereka tuh diinjek-injek banget. Atau sangkanya mungkin gak diinjek-injek, tapi mereka merasa diinjek-injek. Jadi waktu udah kaya, gue beli lu semua, gue berakin lu semua gini-gini. I'm like, bro, I understand you. Okay. I understand you. The world was cruel to you waktu lu miskin. It's okay, bro.
Yeah. Do you agree with the statement? Because that's an interesting statement ya, bahwa orang yang miskin terus dihina menjadi driver untuk jadi sukses. Do you agree with that statement?
I agree wholeheartedly. Tapi if you don't know how to ride the dragon, nanti the dragon yang is gonna ride you.
Malah jadi bitter.
You have this. Even if you're rich, like you're still bitter and resentful towards the world because they were once jahat sama lo gitu.
Okay.
You gotta know how to ride the dragon sih.
Okay. What is ini kayak sana gitu interview pertanyaan buat kerjaan sekarang.
Yes. Boleh nih.
Okay. Okay, you have a lot of bravado, obviously. You said, kamu bisa lihat diri kamu sendiri dari helicopter view, bisa masa depannya bagaimana dan sebagainya. Kalau satu hal yang kamu merasa adalah the biggest weakness itu adalah apa?
I'm like, I've got to this position because I've sacrificed everything else. Relationships, time, mental health, physical health, friendships, family ties. So I'm on an island right now.
You're burning bridges.
Yeah, I'm like Thanos. People yang in my close life, they see me as like Thanos because like I don't want to hang out with you. If we're not streaming, I'm not talking to you. Respectfully.
Wait, itu people lihat kamu atau kamu emang kayak begitu sekarang?
People lihat,
yeah. Tapi kamu sendiri?
No, I'm like that though. I'm like, okay, bro, I gotta be selfish. I'm very selfish gitu. Sekarang I'm very selfish towards my goal. Tapi kalau misalnya ada driver Gojek tadi mas belum makan, masa aku nggak kasih duit kan nggak mungkin gitu. Tapi misalnya teman ngajak main gitu-gitu, kalau bukan bisa di streamingin, orang tua pun ketemu, it's like no, I gotta stream. Okay. And anything that takes my energy or my focus away from streaming, you're a distraction. Okay. I'm like in a way I have morals, tapi in a way I'm very
you're very focused, yeah, hyper focused, I would say.
Yeah, I'm like I'm ready to risk it all. Aku terjun ke dunia streaming. I borrowed money, 70 mil.
Oh wow, dari mana?
Dari cewek.
Okay.
Because I'm like, bro, I'd rather be rich or die. I'm like ill gitu loh. I'm like all in anything I do. I'm all in. Tennis. There was a phase where I practiced tennis for 4 hours a day in a month, where I forget about my streaming career. Because I hate not being able to play some
mediocre. Kamu suka mediocre.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm like, I want to be the greats gitu. Udah sih nggak mau jadi atlet lah. Kenapa nggak mau? Seenggaknya gue mesti jago banget gitu. Seenggaknya gue mau main, lu pada nggak bisa ngalahin gue. I don't know. I'm like, I need to win gitu.
Ini satu hal yang kamu dapatkan pas kamu broke atau pada kecil?
No, I feel like I was born. The English competitions, I always place first. The second I play second, no handshakes, nothing. I'm going home. I don't even want the trophy. I don't want the prize. Because being second for me just means I'm the first loser.
Okay, so you're very competitive even from a young age, yeah?
Yes, because I feel like, but that stems from insecure. I'm like, I thought about this. I'm like, oh, ini orang tuh insecure parah.
Apa insecurity kamu kalau gitu? Being number 2. Tapi kan itu ada rootnya kan?
Insecure-nya adalah karena nggak pernah dipuji. Jadi me growing up, I've never lived with my parents. I lived with my parents in total, I would say a month out of 23 years in my life.
Okay.
In total, so I've never heard those compliments of like, "Hey, you're doing great, son," or like, "Oh, I see you're trying." So I'm like, "Oh, berarti indikator gue hebat atau enggak nih hasil buahnya nih." Nah, buahnya kalau nggak juara 1, juara 2, masih ada orang yang juara 1 nih ngeliat gue, I beat him.
Tapi Asian parents emang gak pernah puji sih, jujur aja.
Yeah, but that's harsh though, right?
I know, but if you live with your parents even 23 years, kayaknya gak bakal pujiin juga sih.
Yeah. That's so harsh.
That's just Asian parenting. I'm changing that to my kids, but that, to be honest, you know.
Bro, you gotta be nice because you're raising monsters. If you don't compliment your kids, you spend time with them, give them the validation they need.
They get to stick outside.
How old are your kids?
The oldest is 19. The youngest is 11.
Do they want to be famous in any way?
Famous like in famous ya, bukan fortune ya, famous kan?
Yeah.
No.
You know, that's one of the indicators of like if you're doing a good job as a parent or not. Does your kids want to be famous?
Maksudnya kalau anaknya mau famous, I'm successful.
No, if your kids want to be famous, you haven't done a proper job raising them.
Okay.
Karena you haven't gave them the validation they need as a human. That's why they seek validation from fame.
Okay.
So I'll say you're like there's indicators that you're a good mother.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. But continuing from my observation and now talking to you, I can see that you are a very intelligent young man. And I appreciate you coming here and being honest, right? Maksudnya kadang-kadang gitu ya, kadang saya cuma judge-nya luarannya, ini kesalahan saya juga. Saya judge-nya cuma, oh kamu gimmick, kayaknya ini anak muda yang gimmick. Tapi actually when I talk to you now, I just sense that you are so much deeper, and like I said, I keep on saying intelligent. So, Mo, thank you so much, and I really hope that you can use your influence, because I know you're gonna be an influential person. I hope you can use your influence to really, make the next generation benar-benar smarter, driven, nggak soft, because we talk about Indonesia Emas 45 kan.
Yes.
So we need people like you yang be able to make Indonesia smart in such a sense. So thank you so much loh Mo.
Thank you.
Thank you for not criticizing me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Udah takut lah sebelum awal-awalnya soalnya. Ya Mo ya. All the
you.
best to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.